This is the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Deluxe class, or Generations Deluxe class, Crosshairs. The figure is part of the first wave of the Generations Deluxe class figures for the new Transformers movie toy line. And here is a quick look at the... Just put them off to the side. Here's a quick look at the packaging. Fantastic artwork on these things. And here's the rest of Wave 1. Very, very nice. I'm glad they didn't short back any of these, any of the figures for the wave. I mean, very, very nice. Two of each, so no problem getting any of the figures. All right. The way I feel about this figure, well, I think he's the new Sideswipe. So it's the new movie Sideswipe. So it's either you hate him or you love him. That's how I feel, honestly, about this figure. I liked the whole idea about this guy. I just felt it was a little bit too of a human concept to have him being a paratrooper and wearing he's a paratrooper. Yep, that's what it says. And wearing a trench coat. I thought that was such a human trait. But I mean, but then again, a lot of the traits, a lot of the aspects of the movie, like the Knights, the Dinobot Knights, or the Silver Knight Autobots, they're being samurais, and they're all human concepts, which is weird because unless you're an ancient alien enthusiast, you're thinking that those concepts, these human concepts, originally came from aliens. But it's such that the Autobots or the Transformers are sort of mimicking the human culture, not just in their alt modes, but also in their robot mode. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's another story. So anyway, here he is. It's okay. He's not terrible. I mean, people were saying, "Oh my God, it's like a fold up car. It's a shell former." But the whole trench coat thing is okay. It really a little bit works for me. Alt mode is phenomenal. This alt mode easily gets a 10 out of 10 for me. The robot mode will get, because of the limitations of the sculpt, because of the door panels here, it hinders the wrist movement and a lot of articulation. These panels, I wish they could fold away in another way, but that it sort of hinders a lot of the articulation. His legs are permanently like bent. It's not straight. It's a little bit bent this way, so he's almost like lunging forward. And the way they've positioned the sort of the cape or the trench coat is that these panels, they only swing in and out, and yeah, and a little bit forward, but they don't swing out backward. So the alt mode is gonna get, despite how the positive aspects about it, is gonna get a just a 7 out of 10 for me. Yeah. And the thing that really bothers me about this figure is the transformation. And I know you're saying, what's wrong with the transformation? He's pretty easy. He's done 18, 17 steps. There's a part right here, this whole assembly, the arm assembly, it can be a nuisance to transform, and it just gets the transformation for me, because of how ugly it is, just gets a 5 out of 10 for me. So overall, this figure, my final grade on him is probably just going to be 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Unless you really absolutely love Crosshairs, maybe you should wait for him to go on clearance, or maybe just skip him altogether. If you're really just into Optimus and the Dinobots and maybe Bumblebee, you can go get those. But I don't, as a toy, I'm sure he's gonna be cool. I'm sure he's cool in the movie. Very awesome. Paratrooper, Autobot, very, very, and he's sort of like a cowboy, Brave Star. I mean, like that Wyatt Earp type looking. I mean, he's okay. I'm sure he's great, but unless you don't really have to hunt this figure down. That's what I'm saying. Now, accessories that he comes with 2 extra pistols, small pistols right here. These actually do come with him. He comes with these flaps that are attachable here. It's easy to attach. It's not a big deal. When I say it's easy, it becomes hard. No, you just plug in the ones on top first. It's sort of in his sort of his nipple area or his chest area. Just plug the one end first, the one on top, and then you try and sort of push the other in. And that sort of completes his trench coat, so to speak. He only comes with one of these submachine guns. I have another one because I bought another one. I bought another one not because I love the figure, but because I needed another gun. So kind of ridiculous reasoning why you should spend more money. And these things are like already $18 to $20. Yes, they're actually $20 now here in Manila. Ridiculous. Deluxe class. So anyway, articulation, he's got a swivel neck. A ball jointed neck, sorry. Ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel with double jointed elbows, swivel wrist but negated because of the panel, ball hinge hip, ball hinge knees, and ankle hinge because of transformation. And the cape, just the backpack or the trench coat just goes like that. Does he have light piping? Yes, as a matter of fact, he does. A little bit. Right there. Okay, and as a size comparison, because I compared him to Sideswipe, here is the movie 2 Sideswipe. Oh, movie 1. No. Was it movie 2? Yeah, Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. Alright, so he's a little bit smaller now, these deluxes. Kind of sucks that it has to be that way. So anyway, let's get to that dreaded transformation. So you can put the guns down. These two, they just stay there. It's either easy to plug in. You just fold. You steal it from the back right here. You plug it in from behind. You don't plug it in forward. And he holds them very nicely as well. They're just like small hand pistols, like Captain Rex type of pistols. Then you just plug them very tightly so that when you fold, you unplug these flaps, these trench coat flaps, they'll be nice and flush right there. Make sure you fold them that way. Okay, let's do the arms last, obviously. So go ahead and fold. We'll transform them last. You know what? Why don't we just prep them now? Okay, you just fold these like this, and then you sort of bend the elbow backwards where it shouldn't bend. The elbows bend this way, but you bend it, sort of breaking the elbow one click down, and then you fold it up like that. And you'll form the panel, the side panel. Do the same on the other side. Just fold it, click once, and then fold it up like that, so you form the panel. And then you just tab the shoulder pads like that. All right, onto the legs. Legs a little bit disappointing as well. The feet, actually, they're supposed to peg in. Rotate this way. They're supposed to peg in, but they don't. They just sort of stay like that, and kind of sucks. But yeah, just like that. They sort of peg. And then go ahead and fold the back part of the trench coat, which forms. Everything is like clear plastic, so be careful you don't crack it or break it like that. And the instructions say you just plug the clear plastic here as well. Plug these side fenders in and form the headlamps, and that's about it. That's the easy part. Low bat. Gotta finish up. Instructions say next is you fold this rear piece. This rear piece is just wonderfully sculpted. I'm just really impressed at how Hasbro has made the whole alt mode for this figure very, very accurate. So you plug it in that way, and then the instructions just tell you to just, as always, just plug in the arms that way, which is a lot easier said than done. What you want to do, the other figure I purchased actually does not, the window does not plug in all the way. There's a gap right here, and the reason for that is because, I'm going to show you this quickly. There is a pin, there's a factory defect. There's a pin, the quality control issue on how they assembled the pin on this particular joint. The other figure, I'm going to show it to you later, it doesn't fold in flush like that. So if your figure doesn't fold in flush as you transform it this way, then you got problems. You might want to exchange it or just get a new one. And then finally, let's see if we can do this seamlessly. And it's really this rubbery plastic that's hindering the ease of transformation. And without, I tried folding it up, it just doesn't want to transform, and that's really the main thing. So you see those There's clear tabs right there. That's where you hook this piece, and then you hook this piece there, and you hook that one over there in that hole. It's just a whole lot of steps. I mean, for a kid, that's why it's like ages 8 and up. For a 5-year-old kid, maybe they can do this, but it's very hard. You'll probably see a lot of broken pieces here and there. And this one is like a pain to put in. You just have to be very patient and then just hold on to that hole and just plug it in. Otherwise, you're going to end up breaking the whole thing. And I got lucky with this one. This one folds nice and flush almost everywhere. And it took me like a couple of times, transforming it 3-4 times before I could really get the hang of it. And once you've done it, it actually looks great. It will only fit one gun on his knee. There's a peg hole right there. You can peg it here. This one, there's really no way, unless you just want to just do it this way. It's not going to happen, so we'll take it out here. And he rolls very well. He looks great. He looks as he looks in the movie, I think. Well, I'm not sure. There's just one Tempos or paint apps right here, and there's clear green here. It's sort of like a flake green, and I don't know if you can see that sparkle, that flake shine on it, but I thought it looked, in pictures, I thought when they showed it in conventions, I was like, oh my god, the green is horrible. But then when you get it up close and personal, it actually looks great. Here is movie 1, the movie 1 mold. This is the Alliance sideswipe. Here is, movie 2, Revenge of the Fallen sideswipe. And this is the mold for the Dark of the Moon sideswipe. So as you can see, he's not that small. He's right there. He's actually much bigger and beefier than this one, but not as beefier as this one. So he's a C6 or C7, C6 Corvette 2014, and these two are the Stingray concept Corvettes. So very nice. Very pleased with the alt mode, and sort of pleased with the bot mode. I'm gonna show it to you right now. But again, it's the excuse me. It's really the transformation that bugs me with this figure, and there was a point at which I was transforming him, and I was so frustrated. I wanted to just throw him and hurl him at a wall, and just bang my fist on this guy, because it was just so damn infuriating and exasperating, just transforming those shoulders. And I never thought there'd be more I never thought there would be another transformer that'd be more difficult to transform, shoulders or arms to transform, than Beast Hunter's Prowl and Smokescreen. I mean, those two that were pretty difficult. The Smokescreen, the Beast Hunter Smokescreen mold, I mean, it was difficult, but this one just takes the cake. Very, very annoying, but once you get it, it's there. So it was also a blessing. I'm gonna show you this. This is the piece that doesn't just fold in. There is a quality issue in the way they assembled that pin right there, and it will not collapse. As you can see, it'll just go up to that. It doesn't fold as flush as this one. It just goes like that. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Okay, there we go. See, this one is flush. This one just doesn't want it. It's really a quality issue, and it's a shame. You know, these new toys are just coming out, and Hasbro gets those kinds of issues. So, really sucks. But again, as I said, you don't have to hunt this figure down. You can wait for it on clearance if you want. Yeah, he's okay. Overall, I'm still gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I wanted to give it a 7 out of 10, but because it grew on me, and I kind of like it now, 8 out of 10 for me. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter for my toy purchases, Instagram for my toy signings here in a minute. Check out all my video reviews here on this channel, Chefatron. This has been the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Generations Deluxe Class Crosshairs. Thanks for watching.